DJ Vlad refuses to apologize to the minister. Let's talk about it, man. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload new content. Now, back last month, DJ Vlad did an interview with DL Hughley where he misquoted some of the things that the minister said during a speech where he talked about throwing stones of truth at some people who were claiming to be something they are not. Long story short, DL Hughley didn't check him on it during the interview, and a lot of other people felt some type of way after seeing the interview, and they demanded that Vlad issue some type of apology. Now, Mike Sung and Royce da 5'9" did an interview or a debate about it on Instagram, and it kind of got the conversation back rolling along with. I mean, it kind of goes along with the same stuff that Kanye is saying. Now, we've allowed Vlad into our community, and when I talk about community, I'm talking about the hip-hop community. We've allowed him to come in, and he's basically become one of the biggest, besides DJ Academic's, platforms for hip-hop, especially when it comes to interviews. I want to say, as far as interviews go, DJ Vlad is probably the biggest on social media in that aspect. And off of social media, actually, now that I think about it. But he refuses to apologize to somebody that a lot of people in the hip-hop community look up to and respect and consider to be one of the pillars of our community, one of the leaders of our community. Now, there are people within the black community who don't feel the same way about Minister Farrakhan, but I think we can all agree on that we can have conversations about the minister behind closed doors. We can have conversations about the minister amongst each other, but I don't think that it's safe, and I don't think that we should be allowing somebody such as Vlad to come and paint a false narrative or a picture of someone that's just totally not true and get away with it without having to apologize. Now, there's been rumored, and Lord Jamar said that he wanted to have a conversation with the minister. I don't think that Vlad is even worthy of having a conversation with somebody on the level of a Minister Farrakhan. And at the end of the day, I feel like the stance that Lord Jamar is taking now, because at first he didn't take this stance. A couple of days ago, he didn't take this stance with Vlad, and he said Vlad was my man. You can go to the video, and I just got to be real, and I just got to be honest. He said that Vlad was his man. The video, let me see, I can pull it up right now. And the video actually said, the title of it, Vlad is still my man or whatnot. And then a few days later, now he's saying that, he doesn't feel the same. He's changed his tune, and that's cool, because he said he needs to stand with his people. He had a change of heart, and he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to do that. They did have a video 6 days ago on the same podcast show where the title of that one was, Vlad will make public apology to Farrakhan only if minister agrees to meet him in person. Now, what type of demand is that? Like, for one, he already said he's not apologizing. But for two, you're going to put stipulations on your apology. Like, I will only apologize to him if he meets with me. It's like another smack in the face. I don't know really who Vlad think he is. Like I said, we've allowed him to come into the community, get rich, get bread, interview some of the most prominent names in our culture, from the streets all the way to hip hop to acting and things like that. And he's just basically at the point where he feels like he can do and say anything he wants, and nobody's going to do or say anything about it. Lord Jamar said that he said last month was one of his best months on YouTube. And he feels that regardless if Lord Jamar, Godfrey, or whoever boycotts his channel, that it's still going to pop off. Now, Lord Jamar feels like his audience is 50% African-American and 50% everybody else. Those numbers may be right or wrong or correct or whatnot, but it doesn't even matter to me. It doesn't even matter the views or how many views he get. I feel like at the end of the day, we need to stay on code, stand on code with each other. Even if you feel some type of way towards the minister, at the end of the day, like I said, we can keep those in-house disagreements in-house. But when it comes to something like this, I think we should all stand together and say we ain't gonna have it. You can keep your channel. We can't take his channel down. We can't take his network down or his website down. But that don't mean that we have to continue to support the platform. Now I'm not gonna lie, I watch Vlad's videos, I watch his interviews, I watch some of the because he does have some interesting people over there. But those same interesting people can find other platforms and other places to go, and until he acts accordingly in our house. And if he can't act accordingly in our house, then he should be done. And it should be no question about it. But I'm gonna ask you, do you feel like Vlad at this point, out of all the things we done talked about, him allegedly being the police, people getting indictments, his videos being played in the indictments, him, stirring the pot in other situations, him keeping things going between this person and that person over the Biggie and Tupac situation. Just a lot of the things that he brings to the forefront that a lot of people talk about, but we don't do anything about it and we still sit around and watch. Is it time that we cancel this culture vulture by the name of Vlad? Adam 22. Be careful, because it's not about black, and it's not about black or white when it comes to somebody interviewing, covering hip hop, because there's a hell of a lot of people outside the black community that not only support the hip hop community and support the hip hop artists, but they are also into the culture and everything as well. They've bought into it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We know we make the world, hip hop makes the world go round, okay? Hip hop is the number one genre of music in the world. So other people are going to cover, other people are going to talk about it, other people are going to listen to it, other people are going to consume it. That's not the issue. The issue is when you come into the house and you begin to be disrespectful. I got white carpet. Take your shoes off. And you walking all over my carpet with your shoes on after I told you to take your shoes off. You being disrespectful. So we're going to take it like that. That's how I'm living over here. Mighty the ruler. I said it. I stand with those who are saying we need to go ahead and cancel Vlad until he can act like he got some damn sense. Get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm Mighty the ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload new content. Go to BenNet so y'all can get an idea of what was actually said. Peace.